right, ladies, I'm just about ready to walk out the door. I want to share something else with you. I forgot my earrings. Um, Make sure in life, guys, that all those memories you have of growing up, like I said, I have had a great uncle, uh, who we had a great relationship. I don't ever remember one conflict with my Uncle Bill. I don't ever remember that. I was talking to somebody about death last week. That's what we were doing. I met up with a guy and we were talking about making sure you have something for your sons when you die, whether that's a video you put in a lockbox at a bank or something you can talk to your sons. Have something when you die so that your kids have that, it's not goodbye, it's see you later kind of thing. So a lot of my videos here too, I'm making memories for my guys because I haven't always been a picture person. So I'm making memories. I'm making a legacy on here of something. So we were talking about things. I'm like, yeah, my Uncle Bill was the best. And he's like, many times we wish we could sit down with that person for 15 more minutes and talk to them. So remember the good guys. So as I have been through different trials in life, one of the things I do is I remember the good. Always remember the good. So, like I said, we never had a conflict. I don't remember ever having an argument with him or anything. And usually he would just make fun of me. He'd be like, Melissa, could you not slam the cupboards at night when he lived by me? He's like, we can hear you slamming those cupboards. Oh my gosh. And so it was always done in a fun way. Or one of the last times I saw him, last couple times I was telling this guy, this one I didn't tell him, but I was like, I was at McDonald's, I was in a rush, my son needed a dentist appointment, I had on my sandals, kind of like heels, and I'm like clump, 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 clump at McDonald's to use the bathroom. I had stopped because I saw his vehicle, and he's like, oh my gosh, I'm trying to read, and all I hear is clump, 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 clump from you. So, he wasn't real critical. One of the last times I saw him again was had a dress shirt on. It looked starched. It looked really nice on him. And I took my windshield wipers because it was starting to rain, and I put them on, and the rain right on him. Oh my gosh, Melissa, I've got a date. And look what you did to my shirt. And we could not stop laughing. And yes, I did witness to him before he died. And, one of the best guys that I remember growing up with. So I've had a lot of people in my life. I mean, more people than I can probably count on, like count up to. I've had so many people I've known in my life. It's just the way it's been. And remember what people have given you, how they have poured into you, how they have valued you, how you have found your worth. And again, I do not regret this whole trial with my husband. It's been the best thing. Taking the good that he did invest in me. He did, because of him, I did get to stay home. I worked too. I did work too, but a lot of my time was home too with my family and my kids, and I am thankful for that I had that. I'm thankful for what my mother gave me, what my dad taught me. A lot of times in business, I feel like I repeat a lot of the stuff my dad has taught me. My dad taught me when I was younger. He was a no drama, tell it the way it is, straightforward type of person. Not crass. You don't want to be crass, but you want to be straightforward with people. So just all the things, my teachers in school. I had a memory the other day that popped up that I had forgotten about. People like my handwriting. I get a lot of compliments on my handwriting. And I'm like, geez, you should have saw it before with all the trauma I had. It looked like chicken scratch. And, I'm like, I have my mother's handwriting. Very big, very curvy. And we were talking about what that handwriting means. And she's like, let me see your handwriting. So I had written my name. And, supposedly if it's, slanted a certain way, it means one thing. And I remember my mother's J's. For some reason, I'm like, I remember her L's, her J's, and I'm like, Melissa, you haven't thought about this in ages, right? And it was so weird how that came up. And then I remember all the good that I had done with my mom. Like, she was my best friend growing up, and she would say, I hope we don't turn out like me and my mother did. And I have her long fingers, her long nails. So appreciate everything you have been given, guys, especially after abortion, especially after you have healed from that, and your baby's up in heaven. So know that things happen sometimes. Communication breaks. Communication can be very difficult during a crisis. Get a very bigger view on it, knowing not only your perspective, but the perspective of other people also, and how that all happened. It's not that people are necessarily bad, but they couldn't handle what the crisis was at the time. So just be thankful for what you have, guys.